Hi, I'm Rachel Mackey. I'm the Senior Partnerships Manager at Future Food Tech. I'm joined today by Barbara Gerpion, Global Head of Dole Ventures at Dole Sunshine Company. Now, Dole Sunshine Company is a world leader in growing, sourcing, distributing and marketing fresh tropical fruit and healthy drinks and snacks. Barbara's been with the company since October 2020 and joined to lead its corporate venturing arm. Dole and Barbara are participating at Future Food Tech in San Francisco next month, and Barbara will be leading a breakout session on scaling innovation through corporate collaboration. So welcome, Barbara. It's really nice to be talking with you. I can't believe it. We've had a few days of rain. I'm talking to Dole Sunshine Company and the sun is shining right on me. Fate.
Thanks, Rachel. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, you're very welcome. So ahead of you joining in San Francisco, we just wanted to get a feel for what Dole is about, what your mission is, and I've just got a few questions that I'd like to ask you today, please. So I'm keen to let our audience know a little bit more about Dole Sunshine Company and the Dole Promise. That's something that you introduced in 2022 to bring interdependent prosperity to people and planet. So it'd be really good, Barbara, if you could tell us a little bit more about the Dole Promise and if you can share any recent milestones to achieve these promises.
Yes, sure, with pleasure. So Dole's mission has always been to deliver high quality fresh and packaged fruit with positive impact, like you said, on people, planet, and prosperity for more than 160 years.
Wow.
But we are inspired by the spirit of Sempo Yoshi, which is a philosophy that views well-being of society and business to be interdependent, and ensuring as well that the business is beneficial to the seller, the buyer, and the community.
Yeah.
So based on this philosophy, we have developed our Dole Promise, and we are doubling down on our mission to do business differently, joining forces with strategic partners in order to work towards the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals outlined by the United Nations. So in 2020, we have introduced a Dole Promise in which we promise to put people and planet at the heart of everything we do to make sunshine brighter for all, hence the Sunshine for All tagline. Our promise aims to increase access to sustainable nutrition, decrease food waste, decrease plastic in our packaging and carbon emission, but also to grow value for the company's stakeholders. And I say stakeholders, which includes our farmers and our shareholders. So it's a pretty ambitious journey, extremely exciting to be here and collaborate with external partners to achieve that big vision.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It is ambitious, and I guess that you can't get there without, help, support, collaboration, and partnerships. So, can you tell us, Barbara, what role do partnerships play in meeting the milestones of the Dole Promise?
I think it's essential. We recognize that we cannot do it by ourselves. We cannot do it on our own, and we have to be open-minded, open to external collaboration. Technology outside is moving extremely fast, no matter the industry you are in. And technology in the food industry is extremely important to help us to build more resilient food system across the planet. So it's not by working in our own little world that we will make change. So we are extremely open to work with external partners. They can be startups, they can be entrepreneurs, innovators, research institutes. We have a strong mindset for win-win collaboration between corporate and other partners. And I say partners, I don't want to limit it to startups because I think the ecosystem is a lot more richer than just the startup.
Yeah, brilliant. That's amazing. And as I mentioned earlier, you will be hosting a breakout discussion at Future Food Tech, again for investors, food brands and startups. And this is for people to learn more about corporate collaboration and open innovation strategies. What advice would you give to startups that are looking to work and collaborate with corporates?
It's an excellent question, and we could spend hours on that. Hopefully, the breakout session will be as useful as it is for both corporate and startups. But three tips would be the first one for startups, to be patient. Be patient with the corporate you're planning to engage with. And I've been working on a startup collaboration, corporate and startup collaboration for the last almost 10 years now. And my experience is clarity on communication and patience are the key qualities for a startup to have. The second advice would be for the startup to ensure that the corporate they want to collaborate with has clarity on what challenge they're trying to solve. Most of the time, I mean, corporates are very good to put out their great challenge to solve, but they haven't really flesh out the root problem or the root cause of what they're trying to solve. And I think that's very important. And startups should not be afraid to challenge and question the problem they want to deal with that corporate. And the third advice would be that ideally a startup should also make sure that the corporate who wants to engage with them have the right setup to engage with young companies or entrepreneurs. We have here the Dole Venture team put in place a team that will help collaboration to happen, to pilot and experiment with startups, to connect the companies with the right people in the organization. And I think that is very important. Very often startups find a champion inside a company, but behind the champion, there is of course, huge willingness to do something, but there is no platform or setup to help those startups to strive. So I think that would be one the three advice that I have.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. That's really interesting. Thank you. I'm sure that will be music to our startups' ears. And how does Dole Sunshine Company work with startups? How do you help them scale and benefit from the vast experience that you've got in the food space?
Yeah, so there's no unique model of collaboration between startup and corporates, and each organization needs to find their own model. Here at Dole, we have set up the Sunshine for All Fund, and this is a $2 million fund every year that we have for us to foster innovation, to drive pilots and experimentation. With that fund, we are aiming to engage with innovation, startups, and all the other partners. And then we have this team, my team, which is basically internally engaging with our organization to understand where are our priorities and where are the big challenges that we want to solve that will support our transformational growth. Yeah. And then we are, I would say, scouting or engaging with startups, participating to events like the Future Food Summit to identify the best technology and entrepreneurs we want to work with. Mm-hmm. And then we have that set up internally to help us to accelerate, NDA pilot design and quickly move into the action of the pilot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wonderful. That's brilliant. And is there anyone that you're specifically looking to meet with at the summit? Any specific technologies?
That's a very, very good question, and it's difficult to be specific because I don't want people to feel that I won't be interested into anything else. I have a very open mindset. Maybe what I can share is I play in three areas within Dole. I would engage with our R&D team and be looking at technology to support our portfolio transformation. So I'll be looking at any companies and innovation around novel food. I will be also supporting the digitalization of our supply chain, developing best practices, and therefore best-in-class operations, and therefore I will be looking at any technology that can help us from smart tagging for track and trace of containers, but also technology that can help us to identify hotspot in carbon emission, companies that can help us on our plantation to reduce the use of fertilizer and improve our yield and the quality of our fruit. Recently, last year, we have actually worked with a company called Clarifruit. It's a very good example where we have transformed the way we're doing quality check on our lines in the Philippines, just bringing image recognition into our quality team for them to improve the way we were doing a quality check. So it's very big, so the opportunities are really there. The third area that I'll be looking at will be around our Dole promise. We have 6 promises. Plastic is a big thing, so any technology and companies looking at novel packaging solution, but also delivery mechanism, technology that can help us to reduce our carbon footprint, or for example, a technology that can help us to remove added sugar from products that we would have. So it's broad. There is a website you can go and check out dolesunshine.com, and there is on the investment fund, there is some details on the type of technology we are looking at. But overall, there is also a form where anyone can fill up and put their details, and we will be happy to be connected.
Brilliant. That's amazing. Gosh, what a huge scope. That's amazing. And so Barbara, what's next for Dole Sunshine Company, and what can we expect to see over the next 12 months or so?
Yeah, so over the next year, we have many exciting projects and partnerships in the works that will help us to move the needle and move closer to achieving our Dole promise. We have a few initiatives that I can share. We will grow our Sunshine for All Cities program by launching in Baltimore. So we had an initial pilot in Jackson in 2020, and the program dedicated to bring fresh and packaged produce, nutritious meal, and educational opportunities to communities that need it the most. So since launch, the program has provided more than 18,000 people with access to healthy food. So we will definitely scale that program. We will be continuing innovating on our product, and hopefully next year we will be able to talk more about the new product that we will be releasing. And more importantly, you will see us more often within the startup communities. There is a lot of projects going on, which is difficult to talk now. Clarifruit is an example. We are aiming to expand the project beyond pineapple and looking at bananas quality check as well. We will strengthen our partnership with Ananas Anam, who is a company which is using our pineapple leaf waste to transform them into not leather, but non-animal free leather, if you want, new textile. So there is a lot going on. We will definitely keep you posted of all those great partnerships that we will develop.
Oh, brilliant. We look forward to that. We'd love to track that progress, Barbara. Thank you. Well, that was brilliant. It was so interesting and so nice to talk to you. And I'm really looking forward to meeting you in San Francisco face to face, and to introduce you. Yes, finally. And to introducing you to all the wonderful startups that are going to be there as well. So thank you for your time, Barbara. That was great.